Hi, my name is Andrea Gonzales of Andrea Gonzales Motivations, and today is Mental Monday. We're going to talk about persistence under pressure. I am here to greet you all with love, to inspire you with hope, to impact you for life, and to challenge you for change. Whether you are a stay-at-home mom or you are a single mother, you're married, persistence and pressure happen to every person. But how we deal with them, how we handle them, how we manage them is very different. Persistence is the ability to act and a quality of continuing. To persist is a verb, but persistence in under pressure that we're talking about is your ability for what I would call staying power. It's a quality characteristic trait that it's not inherited. You can't buy it. You can't con your way into it. It is through experience of life that you learn to be persistent about what you want. It becomes an attitude and an action that follows the attitude. Being persistent, staying with it, sticking it out, standing up, standing firm upon it. It is the ability to continue even in the face of things that are not desirable, that look like doors are closing, windows are shutting, people are turning away from the desires that you have for yourself. Being persistent under pressure is really the test, because we all can make and have great understanding when all the cards and the chips are in our favor. When it seems like things are just rolling and things are just happening, it's very easy to stay persistent. But that is not the fate of real persistence under pressure. Persistence under pressure says that when opposition arises, what will I do? When doors are closing, what will I do? When windows are not opening for me, how will I stay steadfast? Being persistent is necessary not just for successful people, but for any person that has a responsibility in your life, in your family, on your job. Learning the quality and character of being persistent can get you from failure to final success. Not overnight. Persistence is not about being overnight. It is not an overnight journey. It is the long haul. You ever see some people come into your life for a reason or a season? Persistence is about the season. It is the long haul that we're talking about. As leaders, as we talk and we share together about being a leader that is persistent. See, leaders have vision, and you cannot be a leader and cop out, give up, give in when everyone else decides to. You have to have a steadfast mind, a steadfast heart to continue even when everything around you looks like it's falling apart. Destiny calls, but it only calls for those that are willing to stay in the race, being persistent. When you're under pressure, it seems like that becomes the best character that comes out of you. Who you are comes out of you when you're under pressure. Being persistent or continuing a thing even when it doesn't look like you're going to be able to accomplish that thing. That takes work. That takes effort. Your talents won't get you there. Neither will your gifts get you there. Your education doesn't even matter when you're talking about being persistent. None of those things, none of those factors will have any kind of merit or meaning when you lack persistence. What do I mean by that? So you can have all the education in the world, but education doesn't necessarily mean getting that best job. Education does not necessarily mean being successful at the end of the day. But education applied, trying and trying again, getting up when you fall, standing tall when you're standing alone. When you fall, I used to have a mentor that said, if you're going to fall, fall forward. So when you fall forward, you gain ground. Don't fall back and have to come back through what you've already done. Fall forward. Being persistent has nothing to do with talent, education, being a genius, or any of those things. It has everything to do about your characteristics and the traits that you possess inside. Being persistent under pressure, it's not for everybody. So this isn't for the weak. But these are for those that have made up their mind that life for them is going to change. They just need the avenue of how to change it. You have to learn how to be persistent. When people tell you no, as a salesperson, that person said no, but maybe the next person that comes in the store will say yes. You can't cop out when it gets rough, when it gets tough. That's what persistent is. Are you willing to stay? Are you willing to stand? Are you willing to keep fighting? Are you willing, my son says it all the time, to keep grinding? Are you going to get up early? Are you going to stay up late? What are you going to do that makes you different than anybody else? Being persistent will get you to the finish line. Persistence under pressure. Let me give you just 3 keys to some successful tips to being persistent while you're under pressure. Possess an all-consuming vision of what you want. Be very intentional on your vision. And with that intention, decide for yourself that you are going to make it. I call it by hook or crook. Another mentor used to say, come hail or high water, sink or swim, I'm deciding to go over. I'm not going to let this define me. I'm not going to let this sink me. I'm not going to let this, roll me over where I lay down and just die. Persistent people have an inner ability to pick themselves back up, get back on track, and get going. They don't wallow and worry about what happened yesterday. They don't worry about the phone calls that didn't come through the way they wanted to. They don't even worry about the doors that were closed because they think to themselves, okay, if these doors are behind me, then those doors that are ahead of me, there is great potential on the way. Being persistent takes energy, effort. It takes hard determination, but you can do it. Feed your inner confidence. Feed your inner confidence. Feed your confidence level on the inside. March to your own beat. Don't be afraid to walk this thing alone. Most successful people, those people around them told them that they were crazy. They were crazy, they were out of their mind, and it didn't make any sense. But they stuck with it. They stuck with it in the rain. They stuck with it in the snow. They stuck with it when they were broke. They stuck with it when they had a little bit of money. They stuck with it when they were eating. I heard of a person that stuck with it eating ramen noodles every day for 4 months. That is being persistent. They would not let the fact that they did not have a lot of money, they could not buy the groceries that they were used to, stop them from getting where they wanted to go. So, feed your confidence. Consume your mind with the vision of the end, the success, the finish line, the arrival moment. I'm telling you, all of this will be worth it once you cross over. Once you cross that finish line, once you finish that book, once you make it into that which you're embarking upon, once you become independent of your job and want to be an entrepreneur, all of those things will be worth it. When you look back, you'll say, every second that I struggled, every second that I fought, every second was worth it for this very moment. Starve your doubt. As you're persistent, starve the doubt. The more you starve the doubt and feed the faith, your faith will grow. You will increase. You will begin to believe in yourself when no one else believes in you, when no one else is standing with you, when no one else understands you. Feed your faith and starve the doubt. Although it will be challenging and your foundation will get shaken every now and then, never, ever, I want you to hear me clearly, never, ever determine that what I want is too hard to obtain. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then who else should? Persistence under fire. Keep going, keep going, keep going until you make it to the finish line. I hope I encouraged you today. I hope I enlighten you. I'm not just talking to you. I'm encouraging myself. So persistence under pressure is what we talked about on our Mental Monday. Have a great day. Stay with it. Stick to it. And believe that you are better tomorrow than you were today. Have a good one.